I don't know if you have noticed that the Mandiant 2023 M-Trends report came out, and I like to read this report because this Mandiant guy seems to be in the middle of most breaches. On page 43, they listed the most frequently seen techniques used by the bad guys on the cases that they've been. So a good way of using this report and making actionable in your QRadar environment is by simply noticing these. These are the techniques. So I'm going to my use case manager. This is in my demo system, and I will go here under MITRE and go under technique and put that first technique, which was 159, T1059, right? And I select that one and apply that filter. Well, it's actually I'm not gonna put the sub technique because there's also granularity for that. I'm gonna start just on the top technique, and there are 31 rules. Again, as I said in other videos, not just having the rule and have it enabled is enough. Make sure that you don't have these triangles and indicate typically that you don't have, what is it that this one is saying? All custom properties that are required in here are disabled. Well, you need to enable those custom properties, otherwise these rules will not work. Sometimes you get warnings because you have this rule works with a reference set and you have that reference set empty, things like that. So make sure that you don't have any one of those triangles. Make sure that you have the log sources for it. So for example, if it is this one, you scroll down and make sure that if there is a field for log source type, like in this particular case, that you are indeed collecting that. Well, if you do all those steps, you are covering, the stuff seen in 50%, more than half of the attacks. So that's a good thing for raising the bar of your QRadar system. Now let's clear that filter and look into the next one. The next one is 1027. And see what QRadar has. No, I didn't apply that filter, sorry. T17, this is the top technique. I didn't apply it right. And there are 10 rules. Again, go make sure that you don't have those triangles, that you have to fix that, log sources, all that good. But also, I almost forgot to mention that it is good for you to go here and check this box and click apply filter to make sure that in the app exchange there are additional rules that cover this technique that you may not have. So if that numbers remains the same, like in this case, well, you know that there is nothing there for you to add. Otherwise, you may want to go ahead and add it. Let's clear that filter and go back to the next technique. Is what is that? 33% T1071. So let's check on that one. So let's check on the technique. So let's stay to the top technique, not the sub technique, and apply that filter and see what rules are there. There are 4 rules. And again, so you get the gist of it. Go into the report, look in all the different techniques, and see. Make sure that you have those QRadar rules enabled to detect the things that the Mandiant guys are seeing the most.